So keeping on in our circle unit, we're going to talk about the equation of a circle today. The equation of a circle is not super difficult of a topic, but it is kind of long. And the first couple of times I did it as a web exploration. We were just kind of running out of time, so we did it as a whole class this time. I'm just going to go through this little booklet. Some of it's a review of what we've done before, but it never hurts to review, and then we're going to pick up the new stuff in just a couple minutes. So if you're super comfortable with radius, circumference, all the area and all that stuff, you can skip probably to the second video, maybe not even that far. But hey, it never hurts to review. In this circle, we want to draw and label the center. So there's our little center. And when you use the center of a circle, you use one letter to name it. So any letter, but this would be called circle A. When you see a circle named, it's talking about that center point. That's the name they're giving the circle. We want to draw a radius. A radius is a distance from the center of the circle to the circle itself. The circle is the set of points that is equal distance from a given point. So the circle isn't really this inside space, it's this actually like the outline. That's a radius, is the distance from the center to the edge. And a diameter is the distance across the entire circle. All right. If you know these 2 points, you can find the diameter by using the distance formula. If you know these, you can find the radius by using the distance formula. It's a distance, a length. Okay. And circumference is the distance around a circle. Right? And that's something you already know. You also, I'm pretty sure, know that the circumference equals 2 pi r, r meaning the radius. So if we want to find the circumference of a circle with a radius of 3, then we're going to do c equals 2 pi r, 2 pi times 3. And I essentially use the commutative property to switch around the pi and the 3, so 6 pi. This is the exact answer for the circumference. It's the answer in terms of pi. But if you want an approximate answer, you can just do in the calculator 6 times pi. And the approximate distance around is 18.8. Both answers are okay. They're acceptable. Find the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 10. This is where reading carefully comes in handy. If the diameter is 10, that means the radius is 5 because the radius is half of the diameter. So we're going to use the same formula. C equals 2 times pi times the radius. So 10 pi, which is approximately, I should have just written that, 31.4. Again, both answers are acceptable. And because it always trips people up to use formulas backwards, we're going to find the circumference if we already know, or the radius if we already know the circumference. Circumference equals 2 pi r. In our problem, they actually gave us the circumference, but not the radius. Since 2 and pi are multiplied and multiplying r, we're going to divide by 2 pi. So 4 equals the radius. All right, so that's a quick review of radius and circumference. We're going to talk about area now. All right, the area is kind of the, it's really kind of hard to describe. It's like the space inside, the amount of space inside a shape. And the formula is pi r squared. So if we want to find the area of a circle with a circumference of 3, we're going to just plug in 3 for the radius. So 9 pi is the answer in terms of pi, and 9 times pi is approximately 28.3. And I know I'm going pretty fast, but I feel like you guys should probably be going faster than me, so we should be good. Again, this one gives us the diameter, but the radius is half of that. So area equals pi times 5 squared. 25 pi. And 25 times pi is approximately 78.5 of whatever unit there is. We don't have units written here. And again, we're going to use the formula backwards. Area is pi r squared, and in this problem, they give us the actual area. We need to divide by pi to get r squared alone. So 25 equals r squared. What's the opposite of squaring? A square root. And the square root of 25 is 5. So in that case, the radius is 5. All right, little review of area and circumference. Now we're going to hit the new stuff. Using this given graph, what are the coordinates of the center and a point on the circle? Well, here's the center. So we just count -2 for x and 2 for y. A point on the circle, we can choose any of these points, but it's really easier to choose ones that fall on an actual coordinate. So we could write any of those. So if we wanted to do this one, it would be 1 and 2. We could do this one, -2, -1. We could do that one, -5, 2, 2. And this one would be -2, 5. Those are all points that are on the circle. There's more. There are points all around here and all around here. There's infinite points. But these are obvious points on the circle. The radius of the circle, we could do all sorts of distance formula stuff, but the easiest way is to just count. 1, 2, 3. You cannot just count going diagonally, though. Don't do this, because that's not going to be an exact number unless you use a formula. Okay, and if the radius is 3, then the diameter has to be 6. The diameter is double the radius. All right, I'm going to stop this one and start a new one so we have more time to do the equation of a circle all on one video.